Hey mamas, Tamara here. Today I have the postnatal Pilates workout video number 2 for you. We're going to be taking it up a notch with our core muscles, working some rotation in there, and getting our legs working as well. So grab your mat, get some water, and we'll get started. Okay, to get started, I want you to sit up tall with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Make sure that your feet, your knees, and your hips are all in the same line. And if you want for some extra inner thigh work during this exercise, you can always put a pillow or a ball between your knees. All right, we're going to start with our hands underneath our thighs, sitting up as tall as you can, lengthening the spine up towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button into your spine. Take an inhale and exhale. Begin rounding through your lower back and pelvis and round back. All right, you want to find the sweet spot where you feel your core engaged, but you're not going into your back or feeling like you're totally going to fall over. I'm holding onto my legs here for a little support. Let's hold here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sit up, back up onto the sit bones, lengthening the spine. And again, inhale and exhale. So if you're thinking, Tamara, this is super easy, when are we going to get to the hard stuff? Take your hands off. And then just hold your arms in a circle like you're giving your kid a hug, or you're holding like a big ball between your arms. And sit up, lengthening the spine. Focus on pulling the abdominals in and up. And engage that pelvic floor all the way from the bottom of your pelvis. If you need a little review on how to engage your pelvic floor, you can go back to video 1. And inhale. And exhale. Can you go back a little bit further this time? And sit up 2 more times. Round back. Make sure your toes aren't popping up. Reach them down to the floor, into the ground. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, round back. Let's hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift your arms up towards the ceiling, long spine, and then relax over your thighs. Okay, we're going to go down onto the mat for our pelvic tilt that we did in the first video. Arms on the ground, tuck your tailbone, pull the belly button in, pressing your lower spine into the mat. Start to engage where the tush and the thigh meet back here. And then untuck, creating a little arc in that lower back. So we're just kind of warming up the abdominal area, our pelvic area, finding that connection in there. And arc the back 2 more times, and then we'll go up into a bridge. And reverse. And last one, tuck, and start to engage your tush muscles back here. And reverse. And here we go, all the way up. You can always keep it into a pelvic tilt if this is too challenging right now. It's all right, you'll get there. And roll back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. And again, roll up. Press the arms into the mat. Keep the rib cage together. Roll back down. 2 more times and roll up. I'm really feeling my hamstrings engage immediately as I lift my tush up off the mat. If you don't feel that, think of pulling your heels in towards your bottom and lower back down, but still feel the engagement through all 10 toes as well. Last one, guys, and roll up. All right, let's hold here. If you want a little challenge, bring your arms up towards the ceiling, back by your ears. I can go all the way back because my chair's right there, but you can. And lower back down. One vertebrae at a time, lower the arms down. All right, chest lifts. This is going to be the beginning of lots of core work we're going to be doing. I want you to take an inhale with the head down. Exhale, lift the chest up, look in between your thighs. So I have no hands here, only about a couple inches up off the ground. But if you want, you can always hold them back behind your thighs for a little extra support. This could be especially challenging for you moms who had a C-section. It's all right. You can always just build yourself back up to it. I shared in one of the videos how when I first did this exercise after my first son was born, it was like I had no muscles at all in my abs, and I had worked out during pregnancy. So if it's hard, don't beat yourself up. You're going to get there. You can grow those muscles again. And chest up. All right, 4 more times. Breathe in. And back down. And 2 more. Lift up. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, bring your right leg up to tabletop. Left leg to meet it. We're going to do the toe taps like we did in video 1. Tap the toe down and up. Down and up. So if you need a challenge and you felt really good on those chest lifts, go ahead and curl your head up for our toe taps. Ooh, yep, I'm feeling it. My belly's shaking. Tap and up. Good. Tap and up. Good. As you bring the leg up, try and bring the knee just above the hip. If you bring it back here, you lose a little bit of abdominal engagement. But if you need to do that as you're growing your strength, you can. Ideally, we're going for knee over hip. One more time each side. Keep breathing. Last one. Up. Okay, hug the knees in. Oh, good morning, abs. All right. Flip over onto your stomach. This next series is part of our extension work. This is really good for opening the chest, especially when you're going to be rounding over, looking after your little one a lot. This one is really important to keeping your posture alignment nice and strong. So we're going to start with hands underneath the shoulders. My legs are zipped together, heels together, toes apart. Now if this is too much on your lower back and you start feeling it tightening through here, by all means separate the legs, but still want to have engagement through the legs. My muscles are activated, my glutes are nicely engaged but not ripping, and my hands are directly underneath my shoulders. Okay, pull the belly button in and up, forehead on the mat, take an inhale, and exhale, press your hands into the mat, lift the chest up, hug those elbows in towards your side, and just look forward to the front edge of your mat. We don't want to lift the chin up too much and put too much pressure on the back of our neck. Think of lengthening the back of the neck, energy through the crown of the head, and lower back down. We'll do this 3 more times. Take an inhale, and exhale, draw the shoulders down, open the chest. Should feel pretty nice. And lower it down. And again, inhale, and exhale. I'm even feeling the inner thighs working here. I'm really zipping my legs together from the heels all the way up through my pelvic floor. Last time. Inhale, and exhale. And lower back down. Let's go back into child's pose. Stretch it out for just a moment. Whenever you're ready, come back forward. Back onto our stomachs. We're going to bring our arms out into a T position. And forehead onto the mat. Take an inhale, pull the abdominals up, and as you exhale, just lift the T up like you're an airplane flying through the sky. And lower down. Inhale, Exhale, think of floating the chest, the arms up. And lower down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Little variation. We're going to do this again. Lift the arms up. Draw the arms back. Palms flat down towards the ground, trying to let the pinkies float up. And lower back down. And again, open the chest. Draw the pinkies back. Look forward. And lower down 2 more times. Okay. Child's pose. Oh, I definitely felt that one. And rest. We're going to move on to our side for a little leg and glute work. This is some of my favorite in Pilates. So we're going to start with a small movement. Before we do that, correct alignment on the mat. Definitely need that. So you're going to line your torso up with the back edge of the mat, and then you're like in a slight angle, not even like a 45-degree angle, much less. Just bring your feet forward a little bit. Hips one on top of the other. It can either be here, here, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then I bring my hand right in front of my core for a little extra stability. Bring your top leg up to about hip height. Flex the foot energy through the heel. Get a nice stretch to the calf. And think of reaching your leg out of the hip. Rotate the leg out and in. Out and in. So we're really isolating that rotation through the thigh and through the hip, and working on our pelvic stability here through the hips. If you need to, you can always bend the bottom leg if that helps it feel more stable, if you're kind of rocking and rolling a little bit. By all means, go ahead and do that. And if you want to challenge, you can bring your hands back here as you do your leg work. All right, let's do 2 more. 2. And keep it rotated out now, and we're going to kick the leg up towards the ceiling, point lower down. And again, up and lower. Good. Up and lower. Awesome, guys. So let me know in the comments section which of these exercises was the most challenging for you and why, and which one was the easiest. You know, I want to create these workouts for you guys that are going to be most effective. If something's too easy, let's take it up a notch. If it's something too hard, or if you need some exercises explained better, please let me know, and that's what I'll make. All right, let's do 1 more here. Lower down, keep the foot pointed, little circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's reverse it. I'm really feeling it back in my glutes. It's like a good burn. 5 more. All right, last exercise we're going to do with our legs is for some inner thighs. I always need some inner thigh work. I don't know about you, but that's like my tough part on my leg. So flex the feet, pull the toes back, and let's just pulse up. Now here is a perfect opportunity to refocus on the pelvic floor. So think of working that inner thigh, pull that connection up through the pelvic floor, into the abdominals, still scooping the belly. So our inner thighs and our core muscles are connected. 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and hold it. A little higher, higher, higher. Good. All right, other side. All right, make sure your hips are stacked. And lift the, whoa, let's get a little bit more space here. Lift the top leg up. And out and in. That's it. So I live here in Los Angeles. And before I moved to Southern California, I think people had this idea that it's just summer all year round. It's not. It is February and it's really winter here, okay? I know if you're in like Chicago right now, you're probably like, Tamara, you are chicken. And I know, I'm totally chicken when it comes to weather. But I wake up and it's in the 30s, which I think is like legit winter weather. And it hasn't been like above 55 in a couple weeks. I know, again, if you're in New York like where I used to be and you're like, I wish it was 55 right now, I understand, I'm totally chicken, but I'm just saying, like, there's actually seasons here. I didn't know that. But I do like it. I don't want summer all year round. I do want some, let's do up and down, some kind of variation. And lower down. Where are you guys from? Leave a comment. Let me know. I'd love to know where exactly. I think most people doing these videos are in the States. But which state are you in? And how is your winter going? I hope it's not too intense. Let's do 5 more. Oh, my hip was falling back a little bit. Make sure your hips stay stacked one on top of the other. You get more out of the exercise when you do it. 2 more. 2. And 1. Little circles forward. Good. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There's the burn. 2. Reverse it and back. So I like to think the size of my circle is like the size of a melon. A little bit bigger than a grapefruit. But only as big as you can really focus on keeping your hips nice and stable. Let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. All right, and that top leg. If this is uncomfortable, the leg in the front, you can always put it behind the working leg as well. All right, lift it up, flex the foot, rotate out a little bit, and lift up. Good. Keep going, guys. You're doing really good. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll be making more postpartum videos. Seems to be a big request. 2 more. 2 and up. Now hold it. Lift a little bit higher. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe. And lower it down. Okay. Let's finish up with some spinal rotation. Sit up tall. And I want you to flex your feet. Make sure your pinky toes are pulled back just as much as your big toes. And bring your hands on top of your shoulders like this. Okay? So inner thighs are zipped together, abdominals pulled in, and I'm going to twist over to the side and give a little pulse. Pulse, pulse, and then another way. Pulse, pulse. Good. Pulse, 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 pulse. 1 more each side. Okay, relax the arms down. And that's it, guys. You did it. Good job. Make sure that you subscribe.